10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the Washington Commanders. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And, whoa, he's going to hope that that is not a sign of things to come. A rude welcoming to this ball game. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23. When you think about the strong safety position, they're the more bulkier guys in the free safety, but that's a great athleticism to hustle in and break up that play. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. To throw, it's Lance. Will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Here comes Rager. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. A 1st and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders at the 40. They'll go play action. Howell. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Out left to Dotson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, We see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive.
They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson.
A nice opening right away as he'll maneuver his way up to the 32-yard line. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down and about the length of the football. And how about the dime look here? 6 DBs on 3rd and inches.
Daring them to run the ball.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with the new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Justin Matabike there to bring him down.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Second down, Howell back to pass.
Caught out left side by Robinson. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7.
Howell down to throw it.
Got a man. It's Brown.
And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
In motion right is Brown.
Back to the ground with Robinson.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 2nd and 7, Howell. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams.
And the Ravens are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Well, Brent, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. And the head coach turned to the offensive coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding him out on first down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Again, it'll be Robinson.
And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Brian Robinson Jr. with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Joey Sly on for the extra point. And the kick is good, and the Commanders out to a 7-0 lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 20 line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make the play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're certainly not giving much up to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
First down, Howell to throw. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Ravens are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Bear in mind they had 2 interceptions last week, but that was in 4 quarters. They've got 2 here in the first quarter alone.
And the unsung people in this streak, the pass rushers, because most of the time, they're the ones that affect things in the pocket for a quarterback trying to throw the football, rushing them, getting them off their spot, harassing them, and that allows the defensive backs, the linebackers to swoop in and make the picks downfield.
And they're swooping. And they'll begin by running the option. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
Watch out now. 53.
Now a play fake. Lance. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
And he's missed now his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Lance. And he comes back with one complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he lost the football. And it looks like, yes, the Commanders have it. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number 1, maybe they're not having this deficit. And number 2, maybe they actually have the lead.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. On play action, Lance. He'll buy some time right. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the counter now, it's Dobbins. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Off of play action, here's Lance. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to have it here at their own 15. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Let's go. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line.
Washington on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun on third down, Howell. Able to connect with Dotson.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That gain on third down, good for 28.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On first down, Howell.
Flushed out right. And for the third time here this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
They'll start with the option.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Play action, now it's Lance.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
Throwing is Lance on third down.
Looking left side, and it's complete.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
First red zone chance now for the Ravens. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
Now Lance.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
Throwing now is Lance.
And his throw here is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure to give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
And Lance now to throw.
Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So on fourth down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker, Justin Tucker, out onto the field. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. Tucker's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second and a couple.
Here's Howell.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
They'll run with Gibson.
And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Throw right side, taken in by Gibson.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Howell throwing on first down here.
This will be caught by Brown. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Second down and a run by Robinson.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Second down throw for Howell.
That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Throw right side complete to Dotson.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that will do it for this first half.
So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Commanders on top.
As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3.
Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points of the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Second down. Howell now.
Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch. Especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And Howell will throw it.
Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin.
And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
So that is not the way you want to begin the half when you're only up by 1 score. A turnover right away.
And my guess that in the locker room, that's what the defensive coordinator of the other side was saying. We've got to find a way to get the football back for our offense. And they were able to do it.
Ready. Stop. 17. Ready.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose.
And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
So after that sequence, if we're watching both teams' defenses, didn't it feel like a revolving door? One's on, they think they're off for a while. The other has to come on, they think they're on for a while. Then they're off, here comes the other one. Just kept turning the ball over. They've got to cut that out.
Robinson up the middle.
And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43.
40 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Robinson with another carry.
12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Powell to the air on 1st and 10.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Robinson.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now.
He made his first, this from 47 yards out.
Sly able to put this one through.
And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3.
So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You trail them by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard in doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
In the third quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. Lance looking to throw it. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. But the passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. And with that, they're down to 1 remaining here in this second half. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this returnable for Rager. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he is going to lose yardage here. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And, partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage. But an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Powell. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They'll run this one right with Robinson. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 78 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Hal to throw on 2nd down. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
The touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll run with Robinson. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Brian Robinson Jr., his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Now Joey Sly for the point after. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Finding room at midfield. Big strides. Look at him go. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy's made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Commanders are going to have it here at their own 15. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if the game believed their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Calling a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll run again here with Robinson.
And this is going to be a Commander's first down as good running gets him to about the 44. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Off the option, here's Robinson.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
That time they're able to bottle him up, and he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage. But you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
3 yards on the keeper, and it's 4th down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and make sure he spills it for a small gain.
They'll run for it with Robinson. And some room to work.
And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one.
So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. Back to Robinson now on 1st down.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on 1 run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
Robinson on a give right side.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now.
From the right hash, this from 53. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
And Lance going to throw.
He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion,
Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Right, 97.
On first down, Lance looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Ready up.
On play action, Lance. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Not quite enough to get into the end zone, but what a nice play there. He makes the catch, tries to turn upfield and get to the pylon, but doesn't quite get there. But they're going to be set up with a first and goal from very short range.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. It'll go as a loss of 8 and a tough result there on first and goal. So a victory here for the Commanders. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half.